Hi everyone, my name's Jamie and I'm a designer at New Spaces. Today I'm going to show you a remodel that we just completed in a huge 1980s two-story in Apple Valley. This house is easily 4,000 square feet and has one of the smallest kitchens I've ever set foot in. They obviously needed to remodel. As you can see, they have no storage and everything is on the counters and teetering on top of cabinets. So the kitchen is a huge pain point. Like most 80s built homes, all the rooms are separated and small. Honey oak is the main finish in every room, and the finishes leave much to be desired. This family has a number of kids. They all play hockey and they are really involved in that hockey community. They love to have the spaghetti dinners, they have all the friends over, and they just don't have the space or the function to have these large groups in their home, and so something needs to change. So I'm going to show you what we decided to do in this space. As you'll see on the right, the before plan, where you come in, you've got living room, dining room, kitchen, and a family room. So there's multiple places to eat, multiple places to live, but none of them are big enough to hold the groups that they wanted to be hosting. So we removed the wall between the kitchen and the dining room and made the opening between the dining room and living room much wider, so that all these spaces really flow together nicely, and you have room for large groups in the front dining room, plenty of room for kids in the dinette. The spacious family room stays the same, and you get a world-class professional kitchen right in the heart of the home. So let me show you what this place looked like before we got started. I already showed you the kitchen, but there is a lot more to see here. Here's a better view. The fridge is tucked on this wall. The sink is crammed at the back. This little tiny island, you can barely, do anything on it. It's so small. So here's the dining room next door to the kitchen, and you can see out into that front living room as well, all full of carpet, so you definitely don't want hockey players eating spaghetti in there. Here's a look at the counter space and, some more honey oak cabinets up here hanging on the ceiling that no one can reach. So we know those gotta go. But their family room here is functioning pretty well for them. It's definitely a space that they use every day. They just want it, feeling more updated and connected to the rest of the home. So here's a view into the front of the home. You'll see one of the issues we're facing here. I know you're thinking water damage, but it's not. It's actually faux paint. So while somebody spent a lot of time and effort trying to make this look really realistic, turns out it's not the style that we are after in this new space. Here's another view into that front living room. I told you they were hockey players. We've got the hockey net on the floor and a lot of young boys playing knee hockey, next to the antique piano up front here. And again, with that faux painting. So not only did it mimic water damage, but it also looked quite authentically like brick. But once again, we're gonna go with something a little bit different. So without further ado, let me show you how great this space looks now that the project is complete. Okay, so the first view I'm showing you here is that front room. All that faux painting is gone. Fresh coat of paint really cleans the space up and makes it look so much more up to date. Because this space was carpet before, as well as that old dining room, and there was laminate in the back of the house, we had the opportunity to pick anything we wanted to put on the floors. Here you'll see a beautiful pre-finished natural birch. All this variation really helps tie in the new finishes with the old honey oak, because of course you can't get rid of all of it. Some of it, the remodel has to stop somewhere. So here's our nice wide opening to the new kitchen. You'll see the flooring direction change. That's a great visual cue for a space like this where you want to continue the same flooring, but the floor heights change, so that'll prevent anybody from tripping and falling into that beautiful dining room. Here's a view of the finished kitchen. It's quite the difference from what it looked like before. Before, it was packed back into this little corner, and now it's this expansive space with a beautiful apron front sink in the bay window, beautiful focal point. They even have maintained a prep sink over where the old kitchen was, and they've got this wonderful professional cooking area with a 48-inch cooktop. They're big breakfast people, and that griddle makes what I'm told the best pancakes ever. In addition to this sprawling kitchen perimeter, you'll see this massive island, tons of room to spread out on. It also has a built-in butcher block top, so then you don't even have to lug your cutting boards in and out. So here's a view of the other side of the kitchen where we've got a 42-inch fridge, plenty of space for all those hungry athletes, and a small appliance center with a really cool custom barn door feature. Usually you see barn doors on rooms, but we use them on cabinets in this kitchen. So when the door opens, or at least slides to the other side, you'll see you've got your traditional pantry on that side with roll-out shelves for tons of room for snacks and baking goods, you name it. This homeowner loves to cook, and she has tons of small appliances. So this area was really designed specifically for her, knowing that some of them can even stay out on the counter, plugged in, ready to use anytime. So this view is from the other end of the kitchen, and you'll see this expansive peninsula with a raised bar top with plenty of seats for friends and family to gather around while the homeowner is cooking in her new kitchen. We even were able to fit a small TV over in the corner to have the game on. Here's a view looking into their existing family room. We were able to really update this space by removing those cabinets on the ceiling and making this space much more up to date. Fresh countertops and cabinets and tons of outlets with USBs make this area great for kids, homework, iPads, iPhones, you name it. We got to have a spot for all those gadgets, got to keep them close, but got to keep them organized. So this is a great space for this growing family. So now I want to tell you about a few unique things that you can see here in this kitchen. First of all, we took advantage of the existing architecture of this home. They had this bay window in their dining room, but what we did is replace the windows with shorter windows to accommodate this countertop here. And then we also stepped this whole bank of cabinets back from the rest. Not only does that create a really interesting and unique shape in the kitchen, but it also gives the cook a little bit more space when standing in front of the sink or the island. Because we have that nice, generous circulation on both sides, this island got to be a little bit bigger, so more counter space is always better. One other thing to note in this kitchen is that we did the island in a different color. So the island and the upper cabinets are a painted finish to contrast the warm stain on the perimeter of the kitchen. That really makes the island stand out and feel a little bit special, and we also mixed up the countertops at that point too. By mixing and matching these finishes, it really just provides flexibility and interest in the space in terms of being able to decorate and incorporate other things. The last thing I want to tell you about in this space is, and it's probably my favorite, is the lit tray ceiling. So some of the soffits that you'll see here are structural, others are more decorative, but by adding that crown molding and an LED strip light, it really just makes this space feel so special. It's a really playful addition to any room. This is a remote controlled light feature, and you can change the color. So you can, if your favorite sports team is playing, you can pick that color. If it's the holidays, you can make it holiday themed. It's one of my favorite little accessories to add in any space, really. So I really hope you guys like what you saw today. We are always working on cool projects in the area and love to show them off. Make sure you follow us to check out more ideas like this.